Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kalichi Okore and I'm a Canva expert. I'm also a Canvassador. Today I am going to be showing you guys how I was able to create this design. I know somebody, a couple of persons had asked for me to do a tutorial on this Black History Month design. So Black History Month, it's every year. Okay, this year's Black History Month is from the 1st of February to the 1st of March, and the theme is the fight for justice, peace, and equity. So let's just jump right into the design, into the tutorial, sorry. Now this is my blank page. This dimension is a 3000 by 3000. Okay, it's a squared size. You can equally use an Instagram post 1080 by 1080 if you want to save data. All right, so let's start with the design. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to select our background color. I'm going to click on this. This is white. I'm going to change it to this. Okay, now there was something I added on the background to just spice it up. I'm go over to the design. Now this is the Black History Month design I did for last year. The tutorial is on my YouTube channel in case you want to see how I was able to achieve that. Now Black History Month 01 February to the 1st of March 2022. You can see it's from last year. And if you notice behind there's some texts, some clip arts or texts with strong woman, women love women. Here is it. So you can get this in Canva. Just search for women label and you're going to see something similar. Now there's a whole lot of these that I believe you can use. Just go over to Element, search for it, and you're going to see it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of these, copy it, and then go over to the design and paste it here. So here we have it. And then I'm going to reduce the transparency to maybe a 15, yes, a 15, and then I'm going to group it. Okay, so it's easier for me to move around. Now we've gotten that settled. The next thing we are going to do, sorry, is to include the Black History Month text. Now I'll go over to text, select add a heading, and then type Black History Month. I'm going to reduce the line spacing, and the font size I used for this was Antonio Light. Sorry, the font was Antonio Light, and then the font size is a 390, something around that. And then I'm going to just use a left alignment, bring it up. The colors for the black and the month was yellow, while the color for history was an orange. And then select, apply the shadow effect, increase the offset, increase the blur, increase the transparency, and change the color to this and black. So we've gotten our Black History Month text. Now the next thing we are going to do is to include the date 01 February to 01 March 2023. Now this was not the font I used. The font I used was Montserrat semi-bold. Use the left alignment, place it here, and the font size was a 44. Make it bold, and then I increase the letter spacing. Okay, so Black History Month, 01 February to 01 March. The next step was to include the shape, bring it down here. Now, the major colors used um, for this design was yellow, orange, white, obviously, and then green. Change this color to green, duplicate this, and include the theme. The theme, like I said before, is the fight for justice, peace, and equity. The fight for justice, peace, and equity. And I'm going to reduce the letter spacing. Yes, definitely. And then the theme, I'm going to add an element of theme just so that place is not looking empty and blank. I'm going to add it here, increase it a bit. So the fight for justice, peace, and equity. Now let's move on. So most of the elements and the image I use here, I already start them, so it will be easier for me to locate. So I'm go over to start folder, which is somewhere here. The images, most of them, I start them. So if you want to start an element or an image, all you have to do is go over to the element, click on it, click on this info, and you can start it or add it to any folder. That will be easy for you to locate, so you don't have to spend much time trying to find the image or the element. So if you want to do that, maybe you saw an image that you like and you don't want to make use of it immediately, maybe later, then all you have to do is go over to the image, click on this three dots here, and then select star or add to folder. And when you do that, definitely the star, definitely you're going to find them in the start folder. And yes, if you add it to any folder, like you can see I have a lot of folders here. I can just add it to any one of them, so it'll be easier for me to locate them when I want to create, when I want to use them in any design. So moving on, and like I said, I already started them. So now this is an image of a beautiful African lady or beautiful black lady. Um, I don't know her nationality. So this is the image I used. I already started it, but you can find it under photos. You can just search for beautiful African lady or beautiful black lady or an African model, and you see a lot of options that are similar to this and maybe this. Now I'm going to remove the background of this image. Like I always say, if you don't have a pro account, it will be difficult, it will be impossible for you to do this in Canva. So I will suggest you get a pro account. But if you don't have the funds to get one, you can always remove the image, the background image of any photo using an external website like remove.bg. Remove.bg will do the magic for you. So we are going to remove the background of this image, and I'm going to click on apply. It's beautiful. She is beautiful. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I applied a little effect on this image. So I'm going to click on edit image, click on filters, and select the street filter. Click on it again and reduce the intensity to a 20. Done. Increase the size. Bring her here. Yes, we have our beautiful lady. So now I want to apply a shadow effect, but I don't want to use Canva's automatic shadow. I'll go over to edit. No, sorry, I'm going to duplicate this first. Go over to edit image. I want to create it manually. Reduce the brightness, increase the contrast, and then increase the blur to 40. I'm going to take this to the back. Yes. Then I'm going to reduce the transparency just a bit. To 30. And we are almost rounding up with this tutorial. So we have our Black History Month, we have our text, we have our beautiful lady. Now the next thing I'm going to do is use this. This is an African pattern. Go over to elements, search for African pattern. Most of the elements I used on this design, I got it here, African pattern. So this is it. I'm going to click on this. And then I'm going to reduce the transparency, but first I have to take it to the back so it doesn't affect the image in front. So transparency to 20. And we're done with that. Now moving on, I'll go over to we have all the elements, almost all the elements saved. And this is also an African pattern. So I want it to look like she has a mark or tattoo on her face. I'm going to place it somewhere here. Then I'm going to reduce the transparency to maybe 30. Here, so it looks like she has a mark on her face. Now we are not done. I'm going to choose this. This is a texture. You can get it in Elements. Just search for texture. And then I'm going to, I changed the color to white and reduce the transparency to 20. We are almost done. And then another thing I did was go over to Elements, African pattern, obviously. And then I use this circle, this beautiful circle. Take this to the back. And then duplicated it and brought it here. So, yep. Now, just few more things and then we're done. I went over to my start folder. This is a neon light. You can find it in Element. Just search for neon light and Canva will give you a lot of options. There are different colors for this. You can see green, red, yellow, white, a lot of colors, but I prefer this because it just brings out that glow. So I'm going to duplicate and apply, duplicate and apply. We are not done. This is the last step. Like I said, the colors I used were mostly green, yellow, white, and orange. So I'm going to use this, take it to the back. Yep. And then this is also an African pattern. I'm gonna bring it here. And that was how we're able to come up with this design. Yes, I didn't miss anything. So if you want to make it look bigger, you want to improve the quality when you download, all you have to do is go over to resize and resize it to 5000 by 5000. Boom. And you can download it this way. So that's it for this. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you found any of the tips helpful, please let me know in the comment section. Like this video and see you in the next tutorial.